Hacker-Pschorr, Munchner Dunkel, nutty.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Ben's Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have just had the worst fucking beer I have ever tasted since I've been drinking, I think. It was the Burton Bridge Old Empire, their attempt at an IPA. It was fucking disgusting. It was out of a bottle, and from what I could taste from it, you know, and I've had beers out of growlers before, you know, gone to the pub, especially during this COVID thing, you know, where they're doing the takeaways and, you know, they pour the beer out of the tap or it comes straight from the brewer. It's not designed to be put into a bottle. It's designed to be drunk out of a cask. It has a very, very limited shelf life. And that stuff, it was just disgusting. The vinegar taste of it, now that is a sure sign. If you ever get on draft any like beers or ales, you won't get it with lager, but you'll definitely get it with like a real ale or a bitter that, you know, some pubs got on draft out of a cask. If it's basically got a vinegar style flavour to it, you know, it's been sat for ages, not moving. This one was cloudy as well. I don't think under different circumstances that's supposed to be cloudy. It was just a shit pint. I still can't get the taste of it out of my mouth, and I was saving this because I've got two nice Dunkel beer glasses on order, and I was saving it for when I got that, but I've just thought, fuck it. After what I've got in my fridge, I've got a couple of ales, and I've actually got another Burton Bridge ale, and I am fucked if I'm going to try one of their beers. I've got to psych myself up for that. But I had a bottle of this kicking about. This is the Hacker-Pschorr Munchner Dunkel nutty. What that means is this is a dark, unfiltered lager. So if you can imagine, what my interpretation of what this is, it's a dark Keller beer. Now I could be wrong on that, but that's what my interpretation of it is. Der Himmel. I'm just looking at that. Der Himmel. That means heaven from Bavaria. And I have to say, Hacker-Pschorr, if ever I needed you to come up trumps, now is the time to get the taste of that shit out. And it's fucking embarrassing. That, I know I should be reviewing Hacker-Pschorr, but I just want to give you a little bit of a background into why I'm trying this. This Old Empire beer, it came from Burton. That is the capital of British brewing. It's where brewers go to imitate the water because it's got such good seasoning in it, as it's known, the seasoning being the high sulphur content and the minerals, etc., and it really does give a nice flavour to the ales. That shit was disgusting. Burton Bridge, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself for doing that. Anyway, rant over. I'm going to let it lie there. Let's get on to this beer. Now, Hacker-Pschorr, from the capital of British brewing to the capital of German brewing, in my opinion, and that's Bavaria. And these are one of the big boys from Bavaria. They are the originators of the Oktoberfest. They were commissioned by King Ludwig, Prince Ludwig of Bavaria for his wedding. And that's where the Oktoberfest originates from. And these are one of the big six from Bavaria that are allowed to produce the beer, you know, for the Oktoberfest. You have to come from Munich. Now don't get me wrong, it is a real tough choice to choose the best one from Bavaria out of them six, and I'm not even going to do it because they're all on a par with each other. They are all at the pinnacle of beer brewing, and this lot are no exception. These brew some fantastic beers. They've been going well with the Hacker side of. They're an amalgamation of two breweries, Hacker and Pschorr. They came together in 1972 or 74, can't remember, I think it might be 74. Hacker have been going since 1414, I think it is. Or was it 1417? I can't remember.
Well, if you don't know, just say so. Just don't stand there like a bag of cement, boy.
It's 99 years before the Reinheitsgebot came into force. And yeah, they've been doing good beer ever since. I've tried most of their range. I think this is one of the last ones, the only others that I haven't tried. Well, no, that's a lie. I think I've tried all of them. I haven't reviewed all of them. The only stuff I haven't reviewed is the Oktoberfest stuff. So let's stop gassing and let's investigate this beer. Right, this is 5%. This is a 500ml bottle. There, as if you hadn't seen it before on all my other reviews, it has got the EU protected status from Bavaria. It's a genuine Bavarian product. It conforms to the Reinheitsgebot, so you know what you're getting with your ingredients. This is Munchner Dunkel Naturtrub. Dunkel means dark in German. It annoys me when I see people trying to, certainly British brewers calling their beers Dunkels. Just call it dark lager, because that's what this is. This is dark unfiltered lager. The Czechs don't call their dark lager Dunkels. They call it European dark lager, because that's what it is, and that annoys me. A little fucking bugbear with me. I know I should get over it, but I can't. And it's got Naturtrub underneath. Now all the craft beer ponces will be calling this hazy. It's not hazy, it's cloudy. And they were doing cloudy beer in the 15th century. So I think they've got a right to say what's cloudy and what isn't. And this is looking like a really good beer. And believe me, after that fucking abomination from Burton Bridge, I think a Bag Ladies period would be a good option. Anyway, let's get this open and let's see what's going on. Right, now the last time I opened the Munchner Hell, this made a huge bang. So let's see if this is going to do the same. Yeah, and that's what you call a plop. Nice, let's get it into the glass. I'm not sniffing beer out of the bowl. There is absolutely no point. You don't drink it out of the bowl. I'm drinking it out of a Schneider Weiss glass. I've got a couple of Dunkel beer glasses on order, but these are just as good. Pilsner glasses, as long as it's long and straight, that's all you need. It's basically just to preserve the head as you're drinking, and that the motion of, you know, returning it to a vertical state, that will regenerate the carbonation inside, and it will give your head a little bit of a kick with the carbonation that's already in there. Oh my good God, that smells lovely. That smells of lovely, sweet roasted caramel. It smells gorgeous. That's just so malty. That's malt done properly. Let's get the rest of it into the glass. That's all I'm getting at the moment. Sorry if there's not much of more of a description, but it's just got a huge nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
Roasted caramel malt flavour. Sorry, aroma of flavour. I haven't tasted it yet. I'll tell you what I have done. I've spilt a little bit, which is a fucking crime. Let's get the beer rag out. Right. Oh, it smells absolutely fucking gorgeous. I don't know whether there's going to be any sediment here. Don't worry, I won't roll this across the table like a certain beer reviewer. What the fuck is he thinking? And there it is, the whole lot in the glass, yeah. What are we getting on the nose? Oh, that smells so fucking good. Oh, it's lovely. That is like sweet, nutty caramel and everything that I love about German beer encapsulated. Well, certainly German dark beer is encapsulated in there. Talk about going from bad to good, from Burton Bridge to Hacker-Pschorr. What a journey. Zum Wohle, as they say in Germany. Oh, fucking hell. That is just sublime. It's the only way to describe it. I don't know how Hacker-Pschorr do it. You've got a beautiful head on it. Super smooth mouthfeel. There may be carbonation in there, but that just goes down so smooth. But the flavour on it is just amazing. There is a ton of caramel malt with sweet, nutty flavours on the top of that. And the drinkability, as I said, just makes that so fucking Moorish. I defy anyone not to like that beer. I think if they do, then they might as well give up. Now I thought the Hacker-Pschorr Dunkel was one of the best dark beers from Germany or from Bavaria that I've tasted. But I have to say, it is neck and neck between these two now. This is amazing stuff. Really, really good. Now I don't know whether it's tasting so good because of that shit I tasted before, but I don't care. I can see this is a good beer, and I wouldn't have expected anything less from Hacker-Pschorr. They are at the top of the tree in Bavaria when it comes to this sort of stuff. They are absolutely brilliant. That is amazing stuff. It's so full of flavour. It has got, there's hops in there. You're getting, it's really subtle, and you really have to think about it. But there is a little subtle spice on that as well. But it's dwarfed by all the malt in this. You've got them lovely sweet Bavarian Munich malts, and then you've got the malts that have been roasted to perfection to give a lovely, and I do mean lovely, nutty, sweet flavour to it. And you know, as I said before, this is the sort of beer that makes me want to carry on reviewing beer, because you know, for every average beer that you try, and you know, for every reasonably good and for every bad beer you try, along comes something like this and it just says, you know, there's good ones out there, you just got to keep searching. And I'm surprised I haven't done this one before, because I love everything Hacker-Pschorr do. The Weiss beer is absolutely amazing stuff. It's up there with the best of them. I've just tried their Munchner Dunkel. I've put that up on the channel. That was amazing stuff. And consistently good. You do get them brewers that just, you know, everything they do, consistent 10 out of 10. Usually from Bavaria. I'm sorry, I know it may sound, you know, that I'm being biased, but you know, I will speak as I find. And don't get me wrong, there are some fantastic British beers out there. There really are. And they, you know, they get 10 out of 10 as well when they warrant it. But consistently, the German stuff does get 10 out of 10 because they just get it right. And this is amazing stuff. Big caramel. Superb mouthfeel. That is like liquid gold. And just a lovely aftertaste, a nutty caramel malt aftertaste. Absolutely no nasties whatsoever. Perfect. the perfect pint. So what's the verdict on Hacker-Pschorr Munchner Dunkel Nature Trub? Quite simply, amazing. Now, I love the Bavarian lagers, the Helles and all that, but the dark beers, I have to say, are my favourites. The wheat beers as well. But when you get a dark beer that you just get right, like this, then, I don't know, it just makes it a pleasure. And this is, of course, this is a 10 out of 10. And if I could give it more, if it was physically possible to give it more out of 10, I would. I urge you to try this. This is one of the best I've tried from Hacker-Pschorr. Probably, if not the best. Not so common. I haven't seen it on their website. Not too many reviews on it. But it's worth digging out. If you see it on Beers Europe, which is where this came from, and I was saving this as well. I wouldn't have drunk this tonight if it wasn't for that fucking shit from Burton Bridge. But I'm glad I did now, because that has really made my night. That is a fucking 10 out of 10. I urge you to try this. This is amazing. And as I always say, just like this, beer is working class champagne.